Hey there, this is Mrs. Dietz. I just wanted to make you guys a really quick video to introduce myself. I am so excited to get to know you guys all this year. I have a ton of fun things planned for us. I teach both English 2.8 and American Literature, so if you're watching this video, then you're enrolled in one of those two classes. I absolutely adore both of these classes. Throughout the year, you're going to get to read so many interesting texts, and we'll get to have lots of fun discussions together. You'll get a lot of opportunities to write and grow as a writer, as well as a lot of fun projects that you'll get to choose from throughout the year. So I really am excited to get this year underway. Bank on a year of growth as well as a year of fun. I think you'll really enjoy these classes. A little bit about myself. I graduated from Boise State University. I actually graduated almost 10 years ago. This is my 10th year of teaching, which is kind of a milestone. In addition to teaching, this is my fourth year here at the IDVA. So I've taught for 10 years, and this is my fourth year here at the IDVA. Prior to teaching high school at the Idaho Virtual Academy, I taught in a really small rural school district in Idaho, and I taught middle school. And so through the years, I've just kind of climbed my way up, and now I'm teaching American Lit and English 2.8, which I love. In addition to teaching, I love spending time with my family. This past summer, we've had a lot of fun. We've gotten lots of family time in. I have a son right here who is 3.5. He is adorable, but he is super, super, super mischievous. So he's kind of a little troublemaker. But it's hard to get mad at him because he has this smile right here. I also have a daughter. She's right here. Her name is Grace, and she is 7 years old. She just started at second grade. She is full of spunk and attitude and creativity, and we do lots of fun things together. She has a really good sense of humor, so she's really funny. Even though she's only 7 years old, she seems to have this elevated sense of humor, so it's fun to have a conversation with her. I also have a stepson who is 16 years old right here. He'll be a junior in high school, which is kind of crazy to think. He started to drive recently, which gives me kind of a heart attack every time that he gets behind the wheel, but it'll be a good thing. But he is a junior. He runs track and field. He's in his drama department, and he's always making these fun movies. So that kind of sums up my kids. My husband, right here, and I have been married 11 years this summer. We like to spend we like to spend time outdoors together. Down here is just a picture of us up in McCall area this summer. Roll a picture of the kids. So we just like to get out as much as possible and just explore our local area. This summer we went to Colorado, and we actually went to Estes Park, and we rode this little cable car here all the way up to the top of this mountain. Well, I guess it's probably more like a hill. But I am super afraid of heights, and so the entire time I was like gripping the side and gripping onto the windows to make sure that I didn't fall out, and gripping onto my son, who is 3.5, who's kind of a troublemaker, and making sure he didn't decide to, I don't know, leap out the window. And so, but despite my insane fear of heights, it was still a ton of fun and one of the highlights of our summer. I also like to bake, and so whenever I get a chance, I feel like I'm in the kitchen trying a new recipe. So that's just kind of a hobby of mine. I included this picture down here just because I think it's funny, and I think it kind of sums up our family pretty nicely. My stepson unfortunately wasn't here for this picture, but here I am, my husband, my daughter, we're all smiling nicely. And then here's my 3.5-year-old, and this is the face that he's making. And I think this just kind of captures his personality and our family dynamic perfectly because he's kind of an oddball, and he's always just kind of being goofy. So I'm sure you already guessed this, but because I teach English, I love, 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 love to read. So these are just a couple of my favorite books. If I Stay, The Hunger Games, All the Bright Places, We Were Liars. These are all young adult books that are on my list of favorites. I really enjoy each of these books. One of my favorite books of all time is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I actually read this my junior year of high school in my honors English course, and I think that if there was one book or one experience that made me want to teach English when I got older, it was reading this book right here and discussing it in class. So it's definitely a favorite of mine. I also included the book The Art of Racing in the Rain and All the Light We Cannot See. The Art of Racing in the Rain is actually a story told from the eyes of a dog. So it's kind of an interesting perspective, and it's one of my favorites. I've read it a couple times. All the Light We Cannot See is a historical fiction book. So I included that in there just because I often find myself gravitating towards historical fiction. I like reading World War II literature. And I also like realistic fiction as well. A big chunk of these that I have listed, like All the Right Places, is considered realistic fiction. So I love to read. If you ever have a book suggestion to give to me, feel free to send that my way because I'm always looking for my next good read. Another thing about me is I like to think that I'm funny. I like to tell English teacher jokes, which are kind of dorky. So just be prepared for that. Politely laugh at me. You know, just humor me a little bit. But definitely be prepared that you will be hit with some English teacher humor throughout the year. Okay, that pretty much sums up who I am. I'm super excited to get to know who you are these first couple weeks of school and throughout the year. And so don't hesitate to send me an email or ask any questions that you have. I'm really excited to get to know you through your writing and also see you guys in Class Connect. I will see you guys soon. Bye.